If you haven't heard, I've got an energy drink out called Tyson Fury. Try it if you want some balls.
I mean, I have a fight coming up, but first of all, I'm very excited and I'm very happy, you know, from being having this dream since I was a kid to become a boxer. And today, it's not just I'm going to box, but I'm going to box the guy in the peak of on the mountain, you know. So for me, I mean, usually I would not pay attention of what's going around, but this thing is so big that I can stop thinking about it. It's more so like for me, it's more so like history about to be made in Riyadh on October 28th. You know, it's I mean, it's something that I didn't see it coming, even though my dream was always there, and I hope that is gonna happen someday. But I didn't see it lay out this way to be like one of the biggest events in the world, because we are going to, it's not just a fight. We are going to be open up Riyadh season, so it's a cultural event that we are fighting on, and we just make this fight bigger and bigger. And nobody knows exactly what's going to happen, but what I do know for sure is that I'm going to be out there hunting for that guy's head to take it off. So I can guarantee you that.
Tell us my thoughts. Come on. Now, where should we start here? It's been a long old road in the old professional boxing game. A lot of ups and downs, a lot of back and front, and a lot of other shit as well. To get to this point is, should we say, astonishing. I don't even know where to start with a speech. Do you know what I mean? I feel like I'm a best man, or I feel like I'm a wedding speech or something. Where do we start? Well, first of all, we start like this, okay? First of all, I want to say, you're one good-looking son of a bitch, don't you ever die. And then, I want to say, massive thank you to His Excellency Turki Al Sheikh for putting this fight on an event. I want to say massive shout out to Dr. Rakan, massive shout out to Spencer Brown, and I want to say a massive shout out to His Royal Highness MBS as well for making this possible. Colossal event. You got me and Francis Ngannou here, you know, the UFC, former UFC. Everyone said he was an idiot for walking away from the UFC, and now all of a sudden he's a genius, isn't he? Guy's about to make $10 million. Come on! Egg in their face. Francis is going to make that bag rich, okay? Riyadh season. Here's a little fun fact none of you know. I've actually fought at the Riyadh season before, back in 2019 at the WWE Crown Jewel. I actually knocked out the monster among men, Braun Strowman, and I knocked out another big dossier in him in another one 3 or 4 years later. So, you know, it's a very special event for me, and it's a very special time in sports where a powerhouse like Saudi Arabia are coming in, they're taking over the game, they're taking over football, boxing, whatever you want. I think within 5 years, 10 years, they're going to be the powerhouse of all sports. All the big sporting events will be in Saudi Arabia or somewhere. And for me, obviously, I've topped the bills in Vegas, London, all over the place. You name it, I've done it. There ain't shit that is out there that I haven't done already. And now I get to do the world's biggest stage. All eyes on me. And I get to knock out him. He's a good looking lad, I do like him. Probably got a big core as well, remember that, Francis? However, it's unlucky for him that he has to come across me.
If you know where I came from, you don't have to ask that question.
Come on. Get it out. But yeah, I'm absolutely honoured to be fighting Francis. He's going to be a very, very good fighting man. You can see he's massive, he's in shape. He's going to be a real challenge, and it's something different for me. Look, I'm used to boxing boxers and boxing the head off somebody, but to fight like an MMA guy, he's coming in different style, he's lower, it's different, it's a different look. I'm going to be like, I'm going to be saying to him in the fight, like, beat the pussy up, call me Larry Holmes. minutes. I'll be eating a jab, bang, bang, bang. And, you know, I can't wait. It's going to be an absolutely fantastic event. And I'm honoured that I'm a part of it, and I'm honoured that Francis is. If you look here, like, this is the African king, Francis Ngannou, and the Gypsy king. People just look at these photographs and don't realise the amount of work and effort that's gone into them. Let me just tell you. The lady who designed these costumes, she's won 3 Oscars. 3 Oscars, the costume designer. The guy who took the photographs won 3 big awards as well. So this is not small time, this is as big as it gets. So I just wanted to share that little info with you. We can get back to the press conference now, if that's all right.
Delivery system. It's all well and good having a big punch, but you need to be able to land it. So is that delivery system ready?
That we are working on the delivery system, and if you look, if you've been watching my training, you will see that we have one of the best guys in the world that ever lived, that ever done this in the camp, in the man of Mike Tyson. I think if you're talking about delivery system, you can go any bigger than that, you know. So yes, we are working on the delivery system because it's a very important element for me in this fight. I heard people said, oh, he has the biggest puncher, he has a punch, he punch hard. But if you can punch somebody, your punch is worthless. And I really intend to make my punch useful. You understand? So that's why I'm working on the delivery system. I mean, don't be a fool. I know this is a big challenge for me, and I'm working very hard to put myself in the best position, because no many fighter, even great as they were, didn't have this opportunity in their lifetime, in their career, to be sitting in this position, have a fight in this magnitude, you know. And again, that's why, like, sometimes I wake up in the night, I'm like, hey man, I'm tripping, like, is it real? Like, then I walk around, I look and stuff, I'm like, no, I'm not dreaming, this is real. So, and all that because of Your Excellency up there, which I want to thank as well for putting this show bigger than a fight, a cultural event that we're going to be part of and make history out of it. And I'm going to fight the best boxer in the world for my first boxing fight. And I always ask myself, like, what will happen at the moment that guy hit the floor and doesn't stand up? Like, are you the best boxer in the world now? Like, what would that be? I mean, if you take out the number one, you're the number one, right? I think so. 4 years ago, exactly 4 years ago, I met Mike Tyson for the very first time. And for many of you that know me, know that Mike Tyson, for me, is the best that have ever done this. And in our conversation, one thing that I precisely request from Mike Tyson was whenever I fight Tyson Fury, would he be in my corner? And at that time, everybody was looking at me as a fool to even thinking of fighting Tyson Fury. And today, it's happening. So from the moment that he get announced officially that I'm fighting Tyson Fury in Riyadh on the opening on Riyadh season, I hit up Mike Tyson. I'm like, bro, that thing become true. Like, this is it. And he's something magical, right? I grew up just know Mike Tyson as a face of boxing, and then I get to the point that my first boxing match, the guy in my corner, the guy that, I mean, I was in the gym with him training and was having those same sensation. Like, is this real, right? This Mike Tyson, right? And he was talking like, go, again. And I'm like, this is Mike Tyson on my corner for my first boxing match. This is real. And even that, after training, after we're done, I get ready to get home, and I'm like, man, one more. This is real. Just live the dream. It was amazing. So the motivation, the wisdom, the knowledge that he brings, for me, is something unique. For me, it's something that, I mean, he's been there tens of times hundreds of times, which I haven't been there, so he knows a lot about the game. And if there's one person that I have to trust, that I can trust as far as boxing concerned, is Mike Tyson. So before Tyson say anything, I want to mention, like, if it wasn't me, if it was Tyson fighting against somebody else, I think Mike Tyson would be on the side, but on his corner. But too bad for him, Mike Tyson loved me more than him.
Too bad, Tyson.
It's actually hurtful, isn't it? I'm about to cry my eyes out here. I know that if it was personal and not business, then I'd take it seriously. But this is strictly business. You know, Mike Tyson's doing a job for Francis. He's now a boxing trainer. Fair play to him. It's surreal for me to be. Imagine a newborn baby being named after a boxing champion, and then all of a sudden you're named after him. You become world heavyweight champion, and then the world heavyweight champion is now fighting somebody else, and now the guy you named after is training the guy. He thinks he's in a dream. Fucking hell, I'm definitely in a dream. Do you know what I mean? I'm named after the guy, now I'm in the opposite corner to him 50 years later, 30 years later. It's crazy, you know. But one thing I do have to say is I've got to take my hat off to Francis for his story and where he's come from, and the fight, the grind, the determination, and everything he's put into it to get to where he is. You know, he was just a young boy in Africa, you know, with a big dream. And everybody at home probably laughed at him that he was going to go to Las Vegas and win the UFC World Heavyweight Champion. And then when they said he's fighting Tyson Fury, they still laughed at him. But I never laugh at anybody because I know the man struggle. Underestimate anybody, and people are like, especially the fucking media, they're like, oh, Francis doesn't have a chance. So I say, if I go to the Boozer, the old battle cruiser across the road, yeah, and I get in a brawl with a guy, a drunken guy, he's going to hit me, and he might have a chance of knocking me out. So how am I not going to prepare 100% for an absolute killing machine over there? He's trying to take my brains out. I will give Francis the respect that he deserves as one, as a warrior, and two, as a man, and three, as a world champion, what he is. He's a big man, very strong, very powerful. And it's in my interest to give it the 100% training in camp. I bring in the best sparring possible for me. I've got my nutritionist here, George Lockhart. We'll do a 12-week camp with George. I've been in camp already this is my 5th week in camp. Let's not forget, I only trained 6 weeks for Deontay Wilder. I'm doing 12 weeks for Francis Ngannou. 12 weeks. So I need to be on my A game because there's more on the line now than a boxing fight. You know, if I lose to a #1 contender, another champion, it's like, well, he lost to a champion, whatever. But if I lose to an MMA guy, I'm never going to be able to show my face in public again. It's going to be ridiculed. People are going to chuck it at me forever. So there's more riding on this than there ever has been before. And whether the media want to take it as a joke or whatever they want to take it as, make no mistake, Tyson Fury will leave 0 stones unturned, and I will come in at my fittest and strongest and best I've ever been to defeat this man. And if I'm not, and I get knocked out, I want you all to laugh at me. That's what I want, because I'll deserve it. Only an idiot wouldn't train the bollocks off of somebody like Francis. The man's a machine, and I'll give him 100% respect. And I'm in the gym every day training, and I can't do no more. And it's all God's will now, all God's will. This is meant to be. It's been written in the stars 100 years before we're even born. This is our time, our moment in the sun. This is us. And he thinks it's in a dream as well. How do you think I feel? I'm in a dream too. I jog down the road sometimes, and I think, am I going to wake up in a minute? Has this all been a dream? And then it's a reality. So as much as Francis is so excited to be here, so am I. I'm very, very excited, very, very blessed to be in this position. And I'm not in this position because, oh, I'm a good boxer or I work harder than the next man. I'm in this position because God willed it. That's it. Nothing else.
But they measured his punch, and he hits as hard as a small family car. Are you concerned about Francis Ngannou's power?
I seen the video of him hitting the pad thing. Listen, the guy's a big puncher. You can see he's very big and strong and very well built. But, you know, I fought big punchers before, like Deontay Wilder, and I even fought the old Dr. Steelhammer, Vladimir Klitschko. And the one thing that both of them had in common were they both were massive punchers, but they both couldn't land it when it counted. And it's okay being a big, strong puncher in a target that don't move, but it's pretty difficult hitting this hand full power when it's moving like that. So you can't hit what you can't see. And, you know, I'm not the best at what I do because I'm easy to hit. I'm the best at what I do because I'm the most elusive world champion in history. And that's facts. ESPN will back that up. So yeah, if he can land it on me, he's definitely got good aim and he's been training. So, you know, it's I don't think he can. I don't think anyone can land it on me. That's a fact. And if they do, I'll just get back up because I get knocked down, but I get up again. You're never gonna keep me down. And that's what it is. So yeah, can't wait.
All right, Francis, let me...
We're going to find out on October 28th how good you move.
You know how good I move. I'm like the Matrix in there, baby.
I know. And you know I'm going to find you.
I know you can fight, and I know you can punch hard too. So I know it. I'm not underestimating it. I'm expecting a tough fight. If it's anything less than a 10-round war, 12 rounds, however many rounds it is, I'll be disappointed. I'm expecting a war, and if it's not a war, I'm going to be disappointed.
You get it. You get your war.
We're both being paid a lot of money.
From the moment that you signed for this fight,
so we're going to entertain.
So
this
no
is
doubt
entertainment.
about it. I'm coming for everything.
Good, and so you should. And if you beat me, you become the lineal world heavyweight champion. It goes back to the days of John L. Sullivan, the man who beat the man who beat the man who beat the man, going back to the olden days. You will be the Uno, #1 in the division. So yeah, fantastic opportunity, and fair play to you if you can do it. I'll walk across the ring, shake your hand, give you a kiss, and take you out for a beer. Alcohol free, of course.
265 pounds. You can weigh whatever you want in this fight against Tyson Fury. You're a big guy. How big are you expecting to be in there? And will you actually be bigger than Tyson Fury? What do you think?
I want to be in shape. I want to feel good, you know, and that's why, like, I have a whole team around me to work on that. I have a great strength conditioning coach. I have a nutritionist, a chef that's work in order to make that. So, and I've been fighting in the high level for so long now. I know it's good for me. Where is the middle ground for me with good weight and most energy, right? So I don't want to compromise my energy in order to lose weight, and I don't want to compromise my weight by getting more energy. So it's going to be in the middle, and that, I think we have that figured out.
How do you win this fight?
How do I win this fight? Usually I would say knockout, because that's what comes first. But I mean, I know the guy in front of me. I have watched Tyson fight live personally so many times. I have watched a lot of tape about him, and it's very slicky, you know. So, and that's why I put a lot of focus on my delivery system that we were talking about earlier, because he's a guy that is very hard to hit. So I'm working about that, and I'm aware that he might not get that punch, maybe not in with full power, but I'm making sure that however it goes, the victory will be mine. In Riyadh on October 28th, the victory will be mine. And whether it's knockout or decision, that doesn't matter. The V is what matters.
Well, let me ask you this. You've mentioned there, if it lands, as I've said, you've got the hardest punch in the world. If it does land completely clean on Tyson Fury, what would happen?
If it does land, good night. Lies off. I mean, what do you think will happen?
Oh, well, I'm going to ask Tyson. I'm not going to say.
I mean, not to mention that this is a heavyweight fight. And that's what is very excited about heavyweight. We know that everybody in the heavyweight division can knock everybody out. You don't need to have a tremendous power. I'm not walking there just like, oh, Tyson Fury can knock me out. No, bro. I'm not going there to put my shin. I'm going there to fight, hit and not get hit. I think that's the rules of boxing. And that's why I'm very aware of that. And that's why I'm taking this very serious in all the components of the discipline.
I can't have a comment until I felt his power. Remember when I got the old Alabama Slammer up on stage and said, hit me in the face, go on. I wanted to feel his power. I haven't felt Francis's power, so I don't know. I don't know what it's going to be like. Is it going to be like so much different to any other heavyweight I've ever fought? Probably not. Will it bounce off me? Probably so, because I'm bulletproof. It's one of them things. It's like so many people have tried knocking me out before or beating me, and I've been successful for 15 years in a row, 34 contests and 2-time undefeated champion. So, you know, I've heard it all before, all of the bullshit that fighters like to say, I'm going to do this, do that. Listen, good luck to him in his training camp. Good luck to him and his trainers and Mike Tyson and his other trainer over there. I met him in Vegas a few times. And that's it, bring your A game and let's have a fight. Let's have a fucking fight, that's what we're being paid to do. All this talking, it is what it is. But at the end of the day, we're going to go in there and we're going to fight. We're going to put on a show. He's a world champion in fighting, okay? Not a world champion in tennis. He's not a world champion in basketball. He's a fighting world champion. And I'm a fighting world champion, so the best man will win. There is no two ways about it. Whoever's the best on the night will win the fight. That's it.
And Tyson.
World champion in boxing, because in fighting, I think you are very limited in general. Just
no,
besides
not
boxing.
fighting, because I think I can beat you in the cage.
In general, you're very limited.
I would kick your ass in a cage, no problem.
No, you can't dare. You can't even
100%.
think about that.
100%.
But just focus on
I'll beat you in the boxing ring, and then I'll kick your ass in a cage.
And then we will see after.
100%. I'll beat you at boxing, I'll beat you in a cage. No problem.
No, bro.
No problem.
Focus on boxing.
No problem.
For right now.
Best at boxing, and I'll beat him in a cage fight. No two ways about it.
Number fucking 1! Come on! Up the fat man! This is what you're gonna fight, the fat man. Get your top off, come on. Come on, get your arm tag. Get it off, get it off, get it off. Get your top off, Francis, come on. Come on, Francis. Get it off.
Get the baddest man on the planet.
Get the top off. Get your top off. Get off of it. Come on. Off. If I had a body like it,
I have so much opportunity to wear my suit.
As soon as he walks down the stairs.
Right, what we're doing?
Get him to film it. Can you film this interview?
Little man.
Can you go and watch?
Don't worry about it. See, have a feel with them. Have a go. Go on. Try it, son. You'll like it. This is the most athletic body in the world. High performance athlete.
After me.
No. Number 1. Look here. He's got grey hairs. I'm fighting to train. Grey is a butcher. Fat is a pig. I'm still the dominant one. See, little man, why are you so small, Francis? You're skinny man, about 200 pounds. I'm like 320 pounds, man. Shape of it. Bodybuilder. 20 stone, 5 pounds, wrecking machine. He's going to feel the wrath of the Fury. All right, Dr. Rakan, easy now for a 10-year as well. Let's go.